BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, BodyBags? Andrew here. Welcome to week 2. I think it's 212. And I'm your Saturday host as always. And this week is a random week, so I've been watching a lot of new films this week, preparing for some certain upcoming films. So in order to prepare for my upcoming viewing of Jeepers Creepers 3, I was watching some of Mr. Salva's films. And I got this one in, and this one wasn't really a recommendation by anybody, but I just kind of watched this and was like, it's piqued my interest, and it is Rosewood Lane. Now, this actually stars Ray Wise, who was also in another of Salva's films in Jeepers Creepers 3, and also it also stars Rose McGowan, who is also famed for playing Tatum from Scream. I may have seen that film once or twice or something, but yeah, this film basically is a woman who, after her father passes away, her estranged father passes away, she moves back into his house out in the suburbs, and I believe it's the suburbs of Los Angeles. And basically, she encounters this weird paperboy kid who's just kind of like, everybody's like, oh, stay away from him kind of thing. And she has a psychological show, basically a nighttime show where she kind of does a Q&A with people and, answers their questions and whatnot and kind of tries to help them. So this is kind of the gist of the story, and it's like, the playing out of, this weird kid, boy, man, whatever, and Rose McGowan's character, who is this, psychologist. And so, yeah, from there, you get your story. Now, my thoughts on this one, as always with all of Mr. Salva's films, they are incredibly well shot. It's very slick looking. It looks very, very good. Very, very technically tight film. Acted. The acting is decent. It's not, amazing. Rose McGowan does a very fine job. I feel like most of her parts were very, she does a pretty good job of, delivering her lines and everything. So yeah, that was pretty good from a technical aspect. I had no major issues with it. I really, really liked the story. It was very tense, for what it was, trying to do and everything. It was a very, very tense story. And yeah, so it did what it needed to do there. Now, the storyline as it goes, it really, my only minor gripes with the film is that it basically plays out exactly how you think it would. If you were to say, I think it would go this way, this way, this way, and honestly, there really is no mystery to it whatsoever. They didn't even develop a mystery of who is what, or if this person could be good. It's just basically this person's bad, and it's kind of more of the mystery of who really is he, because she's trying to look up him, and then she follows him to his house, and he doesn't actually live there. So there's a lot of things that go on in this film that really keep your interest. I really was intrigued by it. The only other thing though is that the character development wasn't all the way there. You can tell they were building up these characters to this climax. It climaxes, and then it doesn't really bring it to a resolution. There's no real resolution there. And that's my only complaint with the film, is that it doesn't feel complete. It feels like it has 90 to 95% of a film, and doesn't feel like it feels like it just plateaus right at the climax. And I don't really like when films do that. I feel like he could have added on another 2 or 3 minutes to this film, and it would have been great to just see how these characters unfold. But as it is, I find it's a very solid. It's more of a dark thriller than a straight up horror film, but it definitely has horror qualities as always. There's definitely a horrific scene in this film. I was like, damn. But yeah, as for right now, I give this a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's a solid watch. I don't think you would dislike this or hate this or anything, but yeah, it's a very solid watch. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think about this film. If you've seen it, again, I feel like this is one of those ones that are for very under the radar kind of film. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out next week with another random review. Peace, guys.